Okay, let me throw another name at you then. And this is a sexy name, and I wish Ross was here just to say this name, so I'll try and pronounce it like Ross would. Igor Jesus. Bah. Obviously, when you think football, you think sexy, you think Brazil, you think striker, you think someone called Igor Jesus. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, kind of the man of the moment at the minute. When was the last time that you could even have imagined Ipswich being linked to Brazil's starting number 9? He's their current starting striker for the national team. I think he started against England in a friendly a little while back at Wembley. So yeah, his profile's risen quite a lot. He was at, just want to double check this, he was in Dubai UAE Pro League and then returned to Brazil. He's now at Botafogo over there, where he's got a good goal return, only 23, and there's a lot of interest in him from the Premier League. And because of that, look, Ipswich know all about him. I understand that he's on the list. It's probably a long list of striker options there. Is it one that's likely to happen this month for Ipswich? I'd be very surprised. Not one that's kind of a main striker target for them this month, but a good bit of fun, definitely. Arsenal have been linked with him. Port's saying that they've had a loan bid with an option to buy. I think the option was kind of 20 million, 20, 30 million to bring him in. That was rejected. So that's kind of talking about what they're looking at for him. So, yeah, not one that, again, I think is likely to see a good bit of fun. But again, someone that Town are aware of. They know all about him. He is on the long list, but probably not this month.
Stu, let's just reflect, shall we, on this? We've had windows where Leon Best has been a capture. Now we're legitimately sitting here talking about Town being interested in signing the starting striker for bloody Brazil. Can you imagine? Obviously, it's clearly unlikely to happen. Can you imagine, though, mate, if they did and there were shirts with Jesus in the club shop? Incredible.
Yeah, I always go back to that rather sad image, I think, sort of post-COVID, where the 3 signings of the entire transfer window included David Cornell, Stephen Ward, and Ollie Hawkins kind of stood there, holding up the shirts. And yeah, we were debating whether Ollie Hawkins would be used as a striker or a centre half. And not that long ago, as I say, I know people keep saying, let's not keep going back to the past, but it is context of where we're at. Ipswich have just done more than £100 million on 12 players in the summer. Talking 20 for Philogene, potentially another 20 for Doak. Then goodness knows what a striker would cost, whether that's a loan with a potential to buy, but could be in the same sort of region. I think what this does tell you with the figures that we're discussing for January is that Ipswich are willing to push PSR to the absolute limit, perhaps even take a slight gamble on going over it, a calculated gamble in that they would have until June the 30th to kind of balance the books. And they know that there's obviously some sellable assets, Liam Delap being the prime one in there. So if worse comes to worse and they do fall through the trapdoor, they can recoup some of that money and stay within the limits. So, yeah, they're not gonna die wondering, if that's the phrase. They're gonna go down with no stone unturned. They're going to make sure that they're left with no regrets, no wondering ifs or buts. They're going to give it everything this transfer window, because it's easier to try and stay in the Premier League than to try and get back in it. I would say so. Yeah, they're going for it.
I, for one, will be disappointed if they don't sign Igor Jesus now. I've decided that's the one I want. The more I think about it,